So, longtime listener Chris, next question.
What's up, Chris?
Hey, yeah, what's up,
Hey,
Chris?
Chris.
Thanks for writing in. After watching, so we kind of went over some of this, but we didn't go real in depth, so we can do this in 4 minutes. After watching the latest Nintendo Direct, I can't help but think that Nintendo are shooting themselves in the foot by releasing Super Smash Bros. On 3DS before the Wii U. I honestly think that they should be the other way around. If they're serious about trying to drive sales for Wii U, they have to do that. We have already had the bad news of Monster Hunter 4. I forgot what the U stands for. Only coming to 3DS, although slightly excusable since it's a not first-party game. I personally will be picking up both versions of Smash Bros., as many Nintendo fans will, but if they want more Wii U units moved, this is a bad approach. Is this another nail in the coffin for the Wii U?
No, you just answered your own question. I'm going to buy both versions, right? You just said that, so obviously it's not a nail in their coffin.
I think we don't know enough. I mean, that's it. If the Wii U version was just a prettier version of the game that everybody's been playing all summer, you're not going to get excited. And people are not going to go, oh, man, I need a Wii U. But if everybody's really addicted to the 3DS version and people who don't own a Wii U go, oh, my God, did you see the Wii U version, all the cool crap that's in there?
Yep.
Then it's actually a good move, right? Because you're actually marketing Smash Brothers to all the 3DS players by having this, this first version.
But some people would argue that, at least for kids, right, their parents are only going to invest in one, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're mowing lawns to get money.
Yeah,
your parents going to
Which
say,
you should be. That's what I did when I was a kid.
You have Smash Brothers already.
Yep.
Like, so that argument can be held.
Yeah,
right?
but that you could argue with Pokemon that's the same case, and they're probably buying both Pokemon versions in the end. And like I hear you, but I think it's kind of like Smash Brothers 3DS is the entry drug, and then you're going to graduate to the Wii U version. And that's the missing piece. We don't know what's special about Wii U other than different stages, because the characters are the same. So what is it that's going to sell this game to everybody who loves Smash? Mm-hmm. I think that's coming. I think that will be coming when the 3DS version is out. Like, the moment it's out, then, people are buying it, and then you'll hear about the Wii U and why it's so awesome, and everybody's going to go like, ooh.
Yep,
again.
and then you'll hear the other side of this argument, which is people going, man, I bought the 3DS version, and they took those features out, and they put it in the Wii U version. You're trying to get me to double dip. Now I got to buy that other thing, and they'll buy it. And Nintendo will be like, well, yeah, that worked.
I don't know. I kind of wonder, though, because Smash Brothers, this iteration of Smash Brothers is the first game, at least I think, that outside of Virtual Console, that can appear on both systems.
Right.
Right? And I just wonder, what was the thinking initially going in? Was it that you wanted 3DS to be the gateway drug to pull in folks for Wii U?
No.
Or was it, hey, let's try and develop a core game that can appear on both platforms and see if we can actually turn those around and how much work it takes?
I think it's simply you have one of the top 3 franchises that Nintendo's ever put out, and they're saying this franchise needs to be on all platforms. And
really?
Like you
think that? I mean,
for sure. They're saying this needs to be on both platforms. Like,
don't get me wrong, Brawl, 10 million sold, but I don't know.
All we said with the last Smash Brothers was, oh my God, can you imagine if this was on DS? Like, if this was a handheld game, like, it's perfect. You link up with people and you do a quick match. Like, that felt like a perfect, quick, like, on-the-go game. And, they probably started it.
Do you remember how many, like, Photoshops came out of people mocking up fake screens and stuff like that? Like,
it's
people
like
have been
Mario Kart. When you play Mario Kart on one platform, you're saying, oh my God, this would be so awesome on the other one.
It's exactly like Mario Kart.
I am excited legitimately for the 3DS version, but I'm still not sold. Part of me is just like, how well will this control with this setup on a smaller device, on a small screen? Part of me just still isn't embracing that. I'm excited for it, but I'm not leaping for joy about it.
Well, because you got to think about the 3DS version as when you're playing matches on the Wii or the GameCube or the N64 versions, specifically the last two, where it zooms in. Right? And you're having these kind of intimate moments, like in Hyrule Castle, where you're bouncing around in that little tunnel area. Not when it zooms out and you see this, like, 500-foot space. They're designing all the stages in that game to kind of be a little tighter.
They're smart,
They're smart about that. And I feel like I think not a ton of people are going to be playing it 4-player, especially if they're playing it locally. But if they are, I think they'll make that work. Like, if I can take my 3DS to work or go to a buddy's house and play against him in Smash Brothers for a quick match while we're waiting for the train or getting dinner or something like that, that's awesome. I mean, we can take one of our favorite games everywhere. Like, that's incredible.
Yeah, it'll be. I mean, it'll be really interesting to see how they use the small screen. I hear you. Like, it's not a game that feels 100% at home on a small screen. Nope. But I feel like they do all the right things, like the outlines around the characters to make sure that you can see them. I think they can pull that off.
Okay, cool. All right. So I like that, too, because even though that was something we sort of talked about, I feel like we fleshed that one out a lot more. Yep. So we're done with that one for a while, guys.